What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch Season 2, Episode 2 of Silo. Last episode in the season premiere, Juliet has made it to another silo, has met a random, crazy-ass, kind of creepy, kind of scary guy. I would assume at some point we learned about his origin. Obviously, we got that, I believe it was the cold open to Season 2, and that whole thing. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch that now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to assume that whoever that is in there is connected to that. In some way. Like, maybe not even as like a, that's the exact person. Like, I know there was a kid in there, and I know, yeah, there was a couple people, like, talking to each other. It doesn't even have to be exactly connected to them. It could just be someone of consequence. But, I don't know. We didn't get a look into our silo last episode, so or at least like a major look, you know what I mean? So I wonder, because that's something I've been thinking about, you know what I mean? Like, are we going to get like a split focus where Juliet is like 50% of the story, and then we get like Bernard and Sims and co, and doing shenanigans in the silo? Or I'm interested. I don't hop straight into it. You guys know me, I'm gonna yap a lot throughout, and I'm gonna yap a lot at the end, so let's get into it. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By now, I'm probably already finished Season 2 of Silo over on my Patreon. It is $10 a month. Check it out if you're interested. Finally, and most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really does help me out. Let's get in episode 2. Who breathing all down my... Oh. God damn. Jeez, why do the rooms keep looking fancier and fancier? Oh, wow. Okay, so he 100% knows. And he's scared of that outcome in his silo, I would assume. The Order. Oh, this shit's hyping me up, man. I got so much stuff to say, and I don't want to speak over anything important. Prepare for war. Revolution. Jesus. Like, and is he like the only person with access to this spot, to this door? Or does he have like helpers or workers that can go here too or anything? Oh, this shit is hyping me up, bro. I have goosebumps. You gonna be a major player? Obviously, they wanted to do that, but last season I thought that, be a major player, and then no. So, again, does are the silos completely cut off from one another, like completely, or does Bernard have some sort of historical look into other silos, or some communication, or some notion about what else goes on? Does he know how many silos there are?
Stay inside, Your Honor.
What's going on?
The sheriff didn't clean that.
Is it like an immediate riot?
Is our only concern.
They're literally, again, like, they're humans, but something, like, they're like little aliens, or like, I don't even know, alien ants. Like, something goes wrong. Someone pokes they're like bees. That's the best thing. Someone pokes the hive, and everyone's going fucking crazy.
Scramble the off-duty and the reserve raiders.
Good. Announce an 8 p.m. emergency curfew, putting the sheriff's deputies under your command. His father. Don't harass him. Just see who he's talking to and
Don't harass him.
Supposed to prevent
I
this.
will be making a speech later today.
Do you hear what's going on? People are saying it's time for another rebellion.
That's why they need to know.
The investigation, we're talking to everyone who knew Nichols.
I know what happened. There are 2 people in the down deep I need detained. Take them into custody.
Damn.
Bet they're loving this down there.
Hank's fucking like a composer. Jesus. Like barbarians, and like not in like a bad way, like they're in the wrong, because they're not necessarily in the wrong.
Same as you.
She walked over the hill. That means it's safe.
Jesus.
I want to go out too.
Don't say that. You can't say that.
Well, she just fucking said it. No takesies backsies.
Shut the fuck up and listen to these people. We got a right to ask questions. We just saw something no one has ever seen before.
God damn. Oh, he's a good leader.
I want to know what that means.
He knows how. We've seen him make some speeches in the past.
Then why'd you turn her in?
Oh, brother. It was the right even she said it was the right fucking thing to do.
They think we're dumb animals. We have to show them.
Something different after we cut off the power and shut down the silo.
Jesus Christ. You do not want to... They've already made these motherfuckers enemies or treat them disrespectfully.
And then they'll crush us.
We all saw Jules walk over the hill. No lies anymore. We want the truth.
Spray him down? Shut the fuck up. Oh, wow. Why is she so goated? Like, this isn't like a bad thing or like, she's so much better than her Succession character, like in the best way possible. You know what I mean? So different than it too, and I love that.
This place is a tinderbox.
Is that an order?
Yes.
Man, you better back the fuck up. Hey, she gonna get everyone killed. Slow her roll a little bit. Don't shut her down completely. We just need to slow her roll a little bit.
The Anderson baby won't stop crying.
Am I the only fucking doctor here? Goddamn.
There you go.
Did you pop it back in place? What happened?
Do you want me to?
I thought the baby had a waves. I didn't realize there was a hat on. I said, damn, that baby had some slick ass waves.
And we're getting the sheriff's department cleaned out. Bernard wants you and your family to move in there as soon as possible. He wants things to get back to normal.
Normal. This man.
Over the hill.
This man Billings.
How are things going to be normal?
By us. All of us.
Acting coolly and calmly and begging them to forget what they saw. That's the only way.
Are there any other parts of the pact Bernard plans on ignoring?
Is this whole episode going to be focused on them and then we go back to Juliet half and half next episode?
I still haven't gotten your statement. Nichols saying she wanted to go out.
I hadn't had time to write a report on it.
All right. Here's my statement.
She said it. We heard her say it. We left.
Led her to the cornfield to keep her arrest non-disruptive. Once he confronted her about the red level relic in her
A
possession
relic he later destroyed.
for the safety of the silo.
Sure. I mean, it's Billings 1000. He now knows that it's, you know, this is all bullshit. So he's just gotta.
Carter. End of statement. That do it?
I love how it feels like there's been a whole bunch of characters in the same exact position. I'll be quiet for a second.
If Nichols just said she wanted to go out, why did she run?
See you tomorrow for lunch.
Changed their mind.
I love how you see, you know what I mean, Holston and Allison in the beginning, and then Juliet, and then Billings now, and I feel like they're all going a different route, you know, where Allison and Juliet were both very, like, rambunctious, very, like, hyper chaotic, and were really found out.
I figured you'd read it.
Of course I read it.
I feel like, so I'm paying attention, but I do want to talk too, and I feel like Holston and Billings are more of the quieter, like find out secretly type.
Is that about the tape?
You leave me alone. To
But
feel like
obviously
shit for a
Holston had the
while.
wrong thoughts. He fucked up in the thought process at the end, I feel like. So Billings needs to do this 100% correct. And I love seeing these guys get more of a focus
Not
too.
enough to just mourn.
Yeah, I mean, like, the rebellion has already started. We can't just sit here quietly and do absolutely nothing.
What do you want?
I need to talk to Walker. Alone.
Get the fuck out.
Go on.
Yeah, looking around for permission, like, I'm about to, like, the cops are about to fucking kill her. Again, I could be proven wrong, and I've accused Hank really early into the show of being bad, but he seems really good.
You gotta come with me, Walk. And,
Damn, in the cuffs, too?
It's not possible. They all say they won't clean, and they all do.
Jesus,
Your Honor, I
girl.
saw it. She held up the cleaning pad and then she just dropped it. But then it
What,
got...
did she decide not to die, too?
Yeah?
She walked over the hill.
I don't believe you.
Motherfucker, literally ask any of the civilians in this whole fucking place.
Go, please.
Oh, is this about to, I don't know, motivate her, get her to try to share some of the secrets? And if she does get that mindset, you know, obviously seeing how strong Juliet is, and how hard she was fighting for the truth, I would also then be afraid that, well, really, any of these guys, any of the people in Mechanical, that they're gonna get fucking killed by, you know what I mean? Because wow, yo, she is, she's found something to fight for a little bit. I don't know how long. This show just kills people too often. I don't know if I can put, like, money into them surviving for long, but there's another thing too. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot this episode. Like Bernard and Sims, like, they aren't evil.
Mechanical to stay out of here.
You know what I mean? They just have the wrong mindset on protecting.
Yeah, they're coming down on everybody.
So this isn't Mechanical?
They need us more than we need them. Feels different this time.
But you'll handle it.
Always do. Damn, we're about to get some more Nox flashbacks.
I need some help.
Okay, if I can.
I got 2 asks. Steel wants you to make weapons. Don't. It's too dangerous.
Okay, what's the other?
What's the second ask?
Make me a weapon? Oh, you motherfucker. Stop doing that shit.
I'd make you a drink, but I don't want you to stay that long.
God damn.
Understood. Feel free to have one yourself.
That's my house!
You stopped?
Bernard does not like hearing that. Easily controlled when she's got the drink going on.
Well, with the lives of 10,000 people at risk, I didn't think I'd have to order you. I came here myself to ask. Out of respect.
Do you know
What's the consequence if I say no?
Someone was gonna figure that out sooner or later.
My mistake was not sending Nichols to the mines when she stole it.
Your mistake was what the tape is so fucking easily stopped. You should have.
So do you imagine that an angry mob?
Should have done something else.
What she saw on the other side of that hill? Thousands and thousands of bodies. An entire silo dead.
He does not want that to happen to his.
It went to war with itself. That's what scares me. Because if it happened there, it could happen here.
Okay, yeah, it looks like in the order book, he's heard of stuff like that, but he's never seen it.
What was it, Mary? 25 years of a secret.
Just came crushing down on her.
If you're not willing to do it for old time's sake, and you're not willing to do it for the silo, then what is it you fucking want? More living space? Pick of the relics?
I don't know, but she seems like she's been.
You still don't know me, do you?
Like, she likes the stuff around her, but I don't know. She's just been drowning in her sorrows because she couldn't get what she truly wanted.
And when they do, he turns out to be a fraud.
Yep.
Hiding behind a handful of cheap tricks.
So I'm a fraud?
Yep.
No. I am.
Well, you both are.
End of the story, he gets into a hot air balloon, and he flies away.
Looking for your.
That's what I want.
Easy escape. So, and they order Hank to make this as like a showing, you know what I mean? But I feel like this is doing the opposite effect of what it's supposed to.
I hate to do this to you, but I gotta lock you up.
You keep saying that, but then you keep doing it anyway.
Where are you going?
Well, we gotta go make sure everybody's out to hear the mayor's speech. First they want them all staying inside their apartments, now they...
I'm sorry. Is there gonna be like a watcher here? You're completely leaving us alone. You're going to get us assassinated. We're strongly interrogated at the bare minimum.
Hank locked her in the deputy station holding cell. McLean's there too.
Yo, these guys are fucking the Jaegerists. Oh my god.
You think Judicial knew the suit tape didn't work?
They had to. If we can get to Walk, find out what she knows.
Climb through some fucking vents or some shit and break her out.
Leave Walker instead of Judicial.
Because they just saw Juliet walk over the hill.
And Shirley is leading the fucking revolution.
Juliet came to me, begged me to switch the tape.
At least get one of them out innocently.
Hell with that. We keep our mouth shut. Make them tell us what
Probably listening to us. I don't know. I'm so scared. I don't know where the cameras are.
Is for me to cop to it.
I'm damned if I'm gonna watch them punish you for something I started.
They'll kill us both.
That's gonna happen. Sooner or later.
Yeah, let's at least make you a lot later. Get to go together, man. We ain't been together for years. Okay, is there still some love there? Who's crashing this shit? Who's pushing Bernard out of the way?
But I am here to tell you that today was a good day.
Yeah, why don't they like fabricate like they have like statistics or like facts about like, oh, the air percentage up top is still really bad, like we can't go out yet, it was a fluke.
Everyone that went out to clean died on that hillside, killed by the dangerous toxins of an unsafe world. But today that changed. Sheriff Nichols asked to go out. Sheriff Nichols went out, chose not to clean.
She's a traitor!
No! She was not a traitor. Juliet Nichols was a fighter.
Spin it.
Disagreed with her about many things, but I respected her. And never more so than I did today.
She's alive!
No. No. I wish that were true.
You know, like the minute that she comes back, all fucking hell.
But she died a hero to the silo.
It's impossible.
Jesus Christ, nobody's buying this shit.
Do these gentlemen yell? Or
yeah.
do you want to hear why Juliet was a hero?
Why not both?
If we could seal her suit with a new kind of tape, a tape recently developed by our brilliant suit technicians, and she courageously agreed. Her trip over that hill proved that our new tape provided better protection against the dangers.
Better protection, but I mean, what's the point of saying that? Like, people are gonna go out and want to go further.
Forward in our lifetime.
Damn. Okay, Bernard. I mean, I can't buy any word that he fucking says. You know what I mean? Like from an outside perspective, but he getting through to him a little bit.
Finding ways to make our suits better and stronger, and to produce tape.
Why is it up to the tape? Why is it up to the tape? Just make a fucking skin-tight suit.
Side and bring us closer to our ultimate goal of safely leaving the silo.
Woo! Propaganda! She is seeing through that bullshit, obviously.
5 credits be bestowed upon every household to celebrate this great achievement.
There you go, get him even happier. Even the people not buying into it, they're gonna see the credits and that's a great shot right there.
We use, and they didn't plan to use it. Someone from Mechanical switched the tape. The mayor's lying.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
What's your name?
Juliet Nichols.
Oh my god.
I can promise you she's not a troublemaker. She's just having a bad day. Lost a friend and she's been drinking. But she's one of the best techs in the silo. This deputy will vouch for her. Hank.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her.
She'll be home before curfew.
Don't
mouth of hers will get her sent to the...
Cover her fucking eyes. She's staring daggers into him. But this is like, again, I don't know what side, like, there shouldn't be sides. Like, we should all be one. You know what I mean? So like, I understand Shirley. I really understand Knox. Obviously, as of right now, Knox feels like the level-headed player.
Nothing to talk about.
But then also, like, again, Bernard and Sims are doing things the wrong way. Like, 100%. Like, there's no doubt about that. But, again, they're not evil. They're doing it to try to protect what they think, you know, protect their people in the best way they know how.
You need us again. You say the word.
Until I do, keep your mouth shut.
Y'all are dead. I ain't gonna...
Or you won't just go back to detention.
Y'all are dead for this. They gonna kill you the minute you
People are back in their homes. No violence reported. Deputies are all with us. Watchers have eyes on known troublemakers. You turned it around.
Something's brewing.
You know you don't have to do this alone. If I was your shadow, I could make sure we would be okay and
The
that...
speech bought us a day. Crisis is not over. I need you right where you are. Now.
Haven't even talked about whatever the fuck's going on with Sims.
Violate my own curfew.
His wife and their goals, their true goals. Are they actually on the good side? But the bad side isn't the bad side. But the good side, I don't know.
You said Judicial had questions.
Yeah, they had questions earlier, now they don't. At least the mayor explained how Juliet walked over the hill.
What did he say?
It's a new kind of tape.
Yeah, totally. I don't know, Hank. I don't know if you just show fucking that gullible. I like Hank. But my immediate gut reaction was to just fucking write him off as evil, but no.
Sorry, I'm so tired I'm punchy. And it's gonna be like this till the emergency's over.
So let's talk about, like, Sims knows there's cameras. Why would he not be afraid that there's cameras in his place? There might be another secret camera room. There's a camera room, and then there's a secret camera room behind the camera room.
Did you have a chance to talk to Bernard?
I asked him straight out, and he said I was too valuable where I was. At least for now.
And in that position, you can, like, you can't be less valuable because then you'll get demoted.
Did you know Meadows was going to be there today?
I didn't. Nobody's been able to tell me why she was there.
I can't remember the last time she made an appearance.
Oh my god, I love the way she's talking. She's talking about big stir. She's stirring up Sims.
He was already head of IT, why?
I told Bernard he didn't have to handle this alone, and he didn't seem concerned. Which makes me think maybe he wasn't handling it alone.
You think he's talking
Someone
to...
above you in the pecking order again.
I don't know. There was something about the way he looked at her today.
You're still full of surprises.
Like, I don't know if I'm getting weird flingy stuff. I don't know what's going on. But I'm afraid that Bernard is just gonna fucking kill her now that she's done any usefulness. But even, I don't know if that would be the smart thing because so many people have fucking died.
I never thought you had any talent for politics. But in light of today's performance, I could be wrong.
I don't know about all that, but...
I assume the hecklers were arranged for?
Yeah, you don't want to leave anything like that to chance. And I think the cover story worked.
Wow, I like that.
Works. It's ludicrous. But given the situation, it does what you need it to do.
I'm secretly fucking recording him or something.
I approached it like an equation. People saw a miracle happen, and if I tried to tell them it didn't, would buy it, but the mob saw what it saw, so I gave them a story to explain the two.
You gotta spin it. You can't say that it didn't happen because people saw that it happened. You gotta spin it.
They have to disprove mine. And if...
This really sounds like the perfect, like, secretly recording him to fucking blackmail him or...
The speech bought us a few days, but I can't manage this crisis without you.
He sounds like a deal with the devil.
You're the person who's been in that vault.
Because you're
the person obviously the shadow.
Listen to. I tried to find...
I want to know everything! No one's as good as you? Maybe I was wrong. I was way wrong. He's not going to kill her.
I want you to see something.
We use hand signals to communicate. People...
Damn! She's creating the fucking rebellious army! Hand signs and secret messages.
Nox told me to follow you. Fucking spy coop?
I figured as much.
Well, I was told to. I don't...
Go tell him what you saw, what we talked about.
Fucking spy cube. I walked to you.
Why would you do that? Because I was Juliet's shadow. It was just us two in the generator room when everything was going to shit. We'd be dead if it hadn't been for her.
Jesus.
So I'm not here for Nox.
Again, Shirley's doing this for the good, you know what I mean? But like, it would... Because that's the thing, too.
What you guys are doing, I want in.
Like, we can't just have hundreds and thousands of people walking at the silo because they'll fucking die. They're gonna fucking die, you know what I mean? If not done completely safely.
About the tape.
was a lie.
But
I know that Walker switched the tape
You
because
don't
she
know
sent
shit, girl.
everyone fucking. People are following Coop. People are following Walk.
Saying stuff like that will all be sent to the mines. They've got eyes and ears everywhere.
You need to do this fucking smart.
How did you find us?
I followed this mastermind. None of you are cut out for this kind of thing. You're no good at it. So quit talking about the tape and Juliet and all.
Are you with us?
What are you aiming to do?
Yeah, we got to get on the same page here. What do we want?
You won't get answers.
Then we fight.
They're ready for that.
Okay, well, we're gonna be even more unprepared with you guys at the top, being honest.
A while ago, I heard on the radio there's some new graffiti growing up all over the silo. JL. Juliet lives.
Okay. And I'm trying to think, like, Juliet Blank? That's not fitting.
I think she's alive.
Well, then we need to contact her. That should be the #1 priority.
I want to be as clear-headed as I can about this. And you. Going forward.
Me?
Together.
First, let me tell you what you have to do for me.
I'll give you whatever you ask.
Jesus, he's bending over backwards.
Tape and put it aside until the crisis is over.
Why?
I want out of here.
My freedom.
I don't know what...
You can get me the wizard's hot apple. So I want what Juliet...
Bernard would not, you know what I mean? I don't think that he would allow that. And I feel like...
I want to go out.
I feel like Meadows would know that, right? Like, no shot that Bernard actually goes through with allowing that to happen. You know what I mean? Oh, man, I love this show, dude. Like, how do I say this? And I don't want anyone to think this is a negative at all. I want them to exactly hear me out. I don't think that Silo is the best show that I'm watching right now. I think it's a great show. I think that it's a very high quality show. But I mean, like, I'm watching, like, Sopranos and Mr. Robot and stuff like that. Like, they're, you know what I mean? Like, they're a lot higher quality in those aspects. But just in terms of, like, the mystery, in terms of, like, me watching each episode needing to know what is going to happen or what has happened or lore or anything like that, nothing touches Silo right now. I love that about it. I love that about it. Okay? Again, I know that some people don't like people to talk a lot during reactions. I know that, during the video part, I know that some people don't like, you know what I mean? They just want them to shut up and this and, you know, talk at the end maybe, but, you know, being quite honest, and even I've been a victim of it too. Sometimes you watch reactions and you don't even listen to the discussions. You mean, you know, the chances that you guys are even listening to me right now is very low. But, I can't stop myself from talking during the episodes. And again, I'm not missing anything. I'm paying close attention. And even if I'm talking real loudly or for some reason, I am watching the subtitles. But something about the way that this story is constructed, it's just, oh, it's getting me, man. I just want to talk and talk for hours and hours and hours about theories and all that shit. I need to know what the hell's in that room that Bernard and Meadows have gone into. You know what I mean? All of my theories, and again, this is on purpose, you know what I mean? Like they've purposely done this, but all of my theories are sort of on hold until I know exactly what everybody knows. You know what I mean? I don't know the extent to as what Bernard knows. I don't know the extent to as what Meadows knows, because I'm going to be honest. Meadows knows a lot more and seems a lot more important than I would have thought that she was last season. And I said that in the middle of the episode, you know, when we gave a focus on her towards the beginning. And to where, like, and again, like, this isn't a complaint or anything like that, but, like, they built up Meadows so much on purpose, and then she was sort of a nothing burger, you know what I mean? She was just a front man, if that makes any sense. But it's not as simple as she's just some, you know what I mean? Give me the items and the drinks and all that, and I'll shut my mouth. No, there was some history there. There is some, like, it almost feels like she's lost her goal, lost the confidence, like lost the meaning to live, if that makes any sense. And through Juliet, she's seen an outcome. She's seen something that she could be happy with, and the only way to get to that outcome is to strike a deal with Bernard. That's the vibe that I'm getting. But also at the same time, there could be ulterior motives that even I'm not seeing as of right now. There could be, you know what I mean? Like, because that's the thing. As of right now, from that last conversation right there, what I'm supposed to believe is that Meadows is going to do Bernard's bidding so that Bernard will award her with a trip to the outside, you know, after all this is done. So that being said, the vibe I get would that Bernard would not let that happen. You know, no matter how loyal or how much he praised Meadows or how much he liked what Meadows did or how much he needed Meadows and Meadows achieved, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that in any world that Bernard would just let Meadows walk away. Like, that's just a simple fact from my opinion. So I would also then have to think that Meadows also has that opinion to where, yes, it's looked like at the end Meadows has told Bernard, hey, this is what I want. Give me it. But she probably doesn't even believe that herself. So she could be looking to double cross Bernard, could be looking to sort of get some blackmail on him to, you know, maybe, again, I said it at the end, but like, I kind of got the vibes that she was, like, recording the conversation. I don't necessarily think that happened, but that could be a possibility, that could be done in the future. So, yeah, and then, you know, and you think about the Sim stuff too. Dude, the reason that I'm having such a good time just thinking about what's going on in the story is because genuinely, thus far, I don't think that there's been a bad guy at all. And in fact, and again, this, not proven wrong, but this could be, you know what I mean, that could give me a reveal later on, but I don't even think that there is a villain at all. If anything, I think that whatever villain there is or could be is of the past. You know, whether it's a nuclear war or people locking people in silos, like whatever the origin story of the silos is, that's the villain. Okay, but the world that we're in right now, I don't think there's any villains. I think that we're just, you know, ants in a colony, and we're all fighting to survive. We just don't know the truth of the world, so we don't know what we're fighting for. We don't know who we're fighting against. Again, surely, and this, I'm gonna obviously keep joking that there's some like terrorist organization or something like that. I'm completely joking in that regard. But you know, they're fighting for the truth. They're fighting for freedom. They're, you know what I mean? They're fighting for that. And how could you say that people who are doing that are evil or are fighting in the wrong? Like, they're not. They're very obviously not. They're good. You know what I mean? But again, Bernard and, well, I gotta stop grouping Bernard and Sims, because I'll talk about Sims in a minute, but then you think about Bernard, who obviously knows the most about the situation than anyone else, okay? So but again, I don't know how much he knows, but I will say, it's interesting that Bernard is the person who knows the most and is also the one trying to keep us down here, you know what I mean? And again, he could be information could be being withheld from Bernard as well to keep him trapped in the silo as well, but maybe there's some credence to that, like, you know, Bernard can't let these people leave. Like, I hope you guys understand what I mean. I feel like I'm talking in circles, but that's because this whole thing is one big circle. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say that anyone is completely in the wrong, or I can't say that I'm completely rooting against anyone, because I don't know the scope of what the fuck I'm talking about. You know? Obviously, up top is insanely fucked. We can't live up top. You know what I mean? So, I don't want thousands of people to leave the silo in an attempt to live up there when they can't. You know what I mean? So I would say the person I'm rooting for the most is obviously Juliet, because I feel like Juliet is in the position so that she can somehow either escape back into the silo through like an underground door, maybe the underwater thing. Maybe she can send a message through a radio or a computer or something like that. But I feel like she's in the best position to share what she knows to everyone, obviously other than Bernard, but Bernard would not do that. He would not share that information. I feel like this is one of those things where I think the solution to what we need to do in this world, again, not like solution to a problem, but it's just a solution to survive in this world. It's a puzzle. And I think that each group has puzzle pieces. I think that Juliet and this fucking other guy in the other silo. I think they have a puzzle piece. I think that maybe another silo has another puzzle piece. I think that our rebellious group in the silo has a puzzle piece. I think that Bernard has a puzzle piece. And I think that, again, in a perfect world, and I don't think this is a perfect world, I don't think that everything's going to be sunshines and rainbows and happy ending, at least as of right now, but I think if we combine all those puzzle pieces together, we could find the solution, you know what I mean? If Bernard shares... Look, I understand it from his perspective, and I even understand it from, like, whoever... that's another thing. That's another thing. And I think I've spoken about this a lot, you know, just making predictions about the origins of the silos and all that. I don't know if this format or this societal structure is what was planned. I don't know if Bernard's role as manager, IT director or whatever, is like the top... I don't know, like, the rebellion that happened 140 years ago. First of all, did it actually happen? But second of all, did that rebellion completely change how the silo worked in the first place? You know what I mean? So let's just say, again, my immediate gut reaction is that it was like a nuclear fallout, nuclear war, fucked up the entire world, or at least fucked up the United States. And again, I think we're in Georgia. Or maybe that was Atlanta that they showed last season. What was the last season? Oh, at the beginning of last episode too. I'm stupid. But you know, let's just say that you know what I mean. Nuclear warfare, okay? Giant bunkers like that. My immediate thought is either it's a governmental like mandate to put people in the silos to help them survive, or this is like some big huge business like fucking Amazon or Google, or is that the same thing? No, that's something like that. That's like some really rich guy made a whole bunch of bunkers and let his buddies, you know, get into the silos because they predicted that a war was going to happen. Something like that. Okay. Whatever they set up, I don't know if it's survived. I don't know if each silo has the exact same structure. I know that in the season 2 opening, they did use stuff like IT director and cop and sheriff and all that. I'm pretty sure they use those vocabulary words. But I don't know if that's every single silo. You know, I don't know if that's the structure that was meant to be put in place for the entire remainder of how long we're living there. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Again, this is very far in the future. Okay, whether it's 100 years, like I don't know if this is 2100, 2300, 2500, like I don't know the exact year, but as I said in the beginning of when Bernard was giving that speech and he was trying to look for like an excuse or like a justification for what's going on, my immediate lie would have been, hey, we have trackers or statistics or blank of this, or I don't even know the word, like the weather trackers or whatever. Like we know when the outside is going to be safe, numbers wise. So like as of right now, it's not. That would be my lie. But I would also think that maybe that is in place. You know what I mean? Maybe there is a way for Bernard to see how long until the world. I want to say the overworld, like it's fucking Minecraft, and we're in the Nether or some shit. But maybe Bernard has like a tracker or a countdown that will tell him when, you know, the outside is safe to be habitable. So maybe he's just buying enough time, or at least doing as much as he can in his lifetime to make sure that all hell doesn't break loose on his watch. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too that I've also been thinking, and I thought that maybe the security cameras could have been a part of it, but Bernard keeps getting paged on his little thingy. Like, is that some automated fucking message that you know what I mean? Or is it someone on the outside watching with other cameras that are monitoring him? You know what I mean? Or are they connected to? I don't know. Are they connected to people like in that, like I said, in a prediction about nuclear war, if it's like people from a really rich business, or if it's the government or whatever, or there's like, is there like a surviving core or pact of them that are in their own special silo that tracks all the other silos? I'm very interested to see the exact amount of silos. I would assume maybe 144. Maybe like each silo has the exact same levels because there's 144 silos in total, something stupid like that. Because there's I'm stupid! Oh my god, how have I not thought of this before? That's so funny. Sorry, I don't know if there's any connection here, and I don't want to look it up. And And no spoilers at all for any other show. But my favorite story is Attack on Titan. I love Attack on Titan. And just recently, my friend, I got him to watch it, and I've been talking to him, having a whole bunch of good conversations. And, you know, to have good conversations with him, I reread the series, and, you know, I have it right there. I reread, rewatched, got all the details and stuff like that. Again, no spoilers or anything like that, but the number 140 in Japan, I don't know if it's like a Japan and English thing, or I don't know if it's just Japan, but 140 is symbolic of freedom in Japanese culture, if I'm not mistaken. There's got to be a connection there, because I'm just thinking that there seems to be a whole bunch of 140 years ago, 144 levels, maybe there's 140 silos. That's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind, and like freedom, like again, this story so far has made it very not twists and turnies and like aliens and this and that, but just as in, you think you know something, and the meaning or the origin or the true goal behind it is switched. You know what I mean? So you think about the tape and the suit and the poison outside, where you think, oh, the poison's outside, then you maybe think the poison's inside, then the poison's outside, then the tape, and you know what I mean? Like, it keeps going and back and back and back and back and back. So the silos, to me, could represent freedom. It could represent, you know, safety of humanity. And yeah, that's what it is. You know, they had to go there to be safe, but people are trying to fight their way out of it. So, again, I don't know if I necessarily have a point to that. I don't even know if that's an actual connection that was made on purpose. But the number 140 has symbolism. And again, I knew that 140 thing from Attack on Titan earlier. But Attack on Titan, well, it's not from Attack on Titan, but I learned it from Attack on Titan about Japanese culture. So I'm gonna have to keep my mind or my eyes open in that regard. But yeah, man. I also, again, you guys know Juliet is probably my favorite character, but I really did love this episode not having any Juliet. Not because there was a lack of Juliet, but because there was an inherent focus on everyone else. And to me, and again, I didn't have to wait that long in between seasons. Like, there wasn't like a year and a half wait between season 1 and 2 for me. I went into it like the next fucking day. So, in my opinion, when you have a story like Silo, or again, like Lost, or like The 100, like Severance, you know, your classic like mystery box shows, or at least closer to, I think that The 100 and The 100, I wouldn't necessarily... I'd say it's a mystery box show, maybe. I don't know. Each season's kind of disconnected from each other, so it's not like one big built thing. But anyway, what I really like about stories like that is that the season... Again, this is like really niche. I love when seasons open with the first episode really focusing on one character, and a second episode focusing on another group of characters. I feel like Lost and The 100 did that a lot in their runtime. You know, I think of season 2 of Lost. I think of season 5 of The 100, if I recall correctly. I think so. And I really like that. I really do. So again, I would assume that next episode it's going to be half and half, where we could have Juliet and half everyone else. But I'm excited. Again, that's what I mean. How do I say that? I think of something like Game of Thrones. Absolutely no spoilers for Game of Thrones, but I think that Game of Thrones, for me, has the greatest structure of any show of all time. Not in terms of like just structure, in terms of like watching the show. How, you know, it keeps you engaged, it does this. Because there's so many locations across a large area that, like, really, it felt like there was many episodes inside of an episode. You know what I mean? Where one episode you'd watch literally like 6 or 7 locations just to check up on everyone. And as the show continued, again, there were a lot of problems with Game of Thrones as it continued, but one of the problems was that they combined all the characters into like two places. You know what I mean? And that was such a downgrade from like the 6 or 7 that they previously had. So it kind of like the time got warped and all that and everything. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like now that Silo is, again, the Silo is big. There was a lot of locations in the Silo, but I mean, now that we have 2 places to focus on, for the time being, I feel like that's going to up my enjoyment of it even more, if that makes any sense. And each storyline is really interesting. You know what I mean? Seeing Juliet have to interact with this person, I would assume at some point they're going to get buddy-buddy. You know what I mean? Through a lot of hard work and a lot of trust. I would assume that Juliet's going to learn the secrets of that silo, and maybe using the secrets of that silo and combine with what she knows about her silo, maybe finds the secrets of these silos. That might be the stupidest sentence I've ever said on this channel, but What are you gonna do? But also it's another, like, this guy that's trapped down there, like, I'm sure that, again, he's not only been there for so long, but he knows a lot, especially because, like, I think I'm wrong in saying this, but that room that he's in, borders himself into, that could be the room that is equivalent to the Bernard room in our silo. But even if it's not, I would assume that someone living down here by himself for so long has explored every single room and has looked at every single body and has gotten every single key. You know, he's had time to do that. So I would assume that he knows everything that he could. He just maybe is so lonely and crazy that he doesn't know how to use it, you know what I mean? Or even think about it or connect certain things or whatever. Okay? So I'm interested in that. And then obviously in this episode, I love the shit that Bernard's doing. And then Sims, I was gonna speak about Sims, but I just don't know about Sims. Sims has ulterior motives. That he was maybe fighting for the truth. Maybe he's being not led by her force, but like maybe the wife had the original thought, and Sims is following it for her sake, because he wants to fight for what she believes in. But I don't know. I do not fucking know. Okay, I don't even know where to start with Sims. But anyway, going to all the storylines going, I love what Bernard's doing. I'm intrigued to see what Sims is doing. I really like the Shirley and the Knox and the Walk stuff and Coop. I really like that storyline. I'm very excited to see how that progresses. This episode had zero Lucas. I would assume that Lucas is going to play a big part. You know, I don't know if he's going to like link up with Walk and Co, or you know, Bernard's going to use him, or he's going to like double agent or something. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to play a part. And then the only thing that I would say was a little, again, well, the fact that Lucas wasn't in the episode, so that is a, again, not a complaint or anything, because we have the rest of the season, but I did want to see him. I think in that episode, Billings was a little underutilized for me. But again, there's no negativity there, because they can very easily not fix it, but they can, you know, next episode could be a full fucking Billings episode or some shit like that. So, and I really like Billings. I want to see how he does everything. The final thing I do want to say, and I tried to say it in the middle of the episode, but I was talking over a lot of stuff and I really didn't like it, so I think I stopped. I've mentioned, I really like the story that they go for, in the sense of it feels like Allison and Holston and Juliet and Billings have been in the same role. You know what I mean? Allison for episode 1, Holston for episode 2, Juliet for the first season, then Billings, to where like they're in the dark, but they're all fighting or searching for answers because they know that there's something deeper. And I feel like some of them are similar. I feel like the women of the group, Holston and Juliet, were really like loud and rambunctious and fighting, you know, out in the open, if that makes sense. Whereas Holston and Billings were a little quieter, a little, you know, I don't want to say smarter, because obviously Juliet and Allison were really fucking smart, but not smarter in terms of like finding the answers faster, but smarter in terms of finding them a little quieter, not getting caught. You know what I mean? But the difference is, Holston and Allison were fighting for the right thing, but came to the wrong outcome, or the wrong final answer, if that makes sense, leaving without any preparation, if that makes sense. Juliet, obviously, the right thing, found the right thing, or one of the right things, but obviously was essentially forced to do it. I feel like Billings is going to do it the safe way, the smart way. Maybe he's going to come into contact with Walk at some point, and you know, maybe formulate a plan down there with them. But I feel like Billings is quieter, he's softer, he's, you know what I mean? He's not going to, I think he's going to be really extra cautious to just not be found out. And because he's going to be almost undercover for so long, he's going to find a little bit more than all the other ones did. So I'm very hyped about that. And I'm so excited for the rest of the season, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be it for me. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I'm sorry if I yapped for way too long, but this show does something to me. Mystery box shows do something to me, man. Again, this is very like premature. I don't want to like say this, but as of right now when I'm filming this, I have a poll going on to watch, you know, to replace Mr. Robot and The Sopranos is the next shows that I watch for the channel. Obviously by this point, the poll winners would probably already be announced, and I don't know exactly when this episode airs, but no way that those shows are airing by now when this episode comes out for YouTube, but 100% the poll winners will be announced. The show that's in the lead right now for one of the polls is Twin Peaks, and I am so excited if that wins, because oh my god, I know that that's mystery, weird, hallucination thingy dreamy, so I really want that to win, and Dark also, but it's either Dark or Twin Peaks, can't be both. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to watch the rest of the show. I will see you guys next week for episode 3. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm probably already completely finished the 2nd season of Silo. Check it out if you're interested. Finally, and most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Again, it really does help me out. I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one.